Hello, everyone, and welcome to Wizzo Talk. Why Wizzo Talk? Because I want to know, don't you? Here at Wizzo Talk, I play, like you said, uncut and unedited. So make sure you subscribe so you don't miss out on all the hot topics yet to come. Like to be a guest on the show? Hit me up in the comments. You have a hot topic you like to hear discussed. Also, hit me up in the comments. Always remember that it's absolutely free to like, share, and subscribe. I appreciate your support. So I had someone reach out to me about coming on to the show, and what they want to talk to you about is just kind of let you know about their time being incarcerated in TDC, Texas Department of Correction. So without further ado, I'm going to let him tell his little story and share whatever it is he'd like to share with you. What would you like to share with the people?
I'm coming to y'all to share that back in 1990, while unlawfully incarcerated, I was handcuffed and beaten by prison guards, by 4 prison guards, and left me paralyzed from the waist down. And they were forcing me to drag throughout the prison system on my buttocks to all my appointments and all my cell movements, moving from cell to cell. Back in
You don't have to get the year right. Just if you just go on and just say whatever it is you want to say.
Okay.
We know that it was somewhere back in the 90s or whatever. That's fine. You say that 4 officers, they handcuff you and beat you. What made them handcuff you?
They said I didn't understand what they were saying. They told me I didn't understand. I told them, yes, I understand. They said, no, you don't understand. And then the prison guard, Vitola, hit me in the side of the head, and I dropped to the floor with my back, on my stomach, and that's when the rest of them all started kicking and stomping me in my spine.
And what unit was this at that this happened at?
In Gatesville unit, a huge unit.
That happened at the Gatesville unit, and so you notified the warden probably?
Yeah, I notified the warden, filed 2 complaints, filed complaints to the director and everything, and
nothing came of that.
Nothing came of it.
So was this the first incident that the guards jumped on you and beat you because they said that you couldn't you didn't understand, so they handcuffed you? Because we all know that they're not going to have no fair fight. They're gonna wait till they handcuff you, and so that way they got total control. Because most of them probably cowards or scared. I'm assuming that's why they handcuff you. So they handcuff you and beat you.
Yes. And then while I was still incarcerated, they forced me to drag to all my meals. So when I started dragging my paralyzed body to my meals, they would wait till I get to the door of the chow hall and close the door on me and say I moved too slow.
Mm-hmm. Right. So that's why you was having to drag yourself down the hallway in general population or whatever it's called,
yes,
something like
general
that.
Population.
And so they making you drag because they're saying that you can walk. That's why they're trying to make you drag
yes,
to provoke you to go on and walk.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. So what else you like to share with us?
I was assaulted by other prison guards when they denied me my meals and denied me medical attention.
Okay. So any names that you can kind of recall from this situation or anything like that? I know you said Vitola or something like that. Who was the warden in Gatesville at that time? Do you remember?
Jack Garner, I think.
Jack Garner. So, yeah. And I'm assuming he didn't say anything just whenever you wrote up your complaint?
No, he didn't say anything. He was a convicted felon and still being held as a warden.
The warden was a convicted felon that was over the prison unit?
Yes. He was convicted of killing somebody in the prison unit.
Okay, okay. All right. So you dragging down the hallway, the guards didn't beat you. Was that the only time that the guards beat you?
No, often when I was in my cell, sometimes they would come by and slap me around, spit on me. tell me I'm faking, stop lying.
And you said Gatesville. What unit was it in Gatesville?
The Hughes unit.
The Hughes unit that was in Gatesville?
Yes.
So they would come, when they come in your cell, did they handcuff you or they just came in there and just started kicking and spitting?
No, they just come to the door, the cell door, and they would stand outside the cell door and pick at me and stuff.
Okay. All right. We're talking about the Hughes unit. So they're not, in other words, not letting you do your time that you try to, before that, any time before that, everything was okay before this incident?
Yes.
Okay. So you didn't have to worry about them. It's just on this one day, they come in there and beat you, handcuff you.
And paralyze me from the waist down.
And paralyze you from the waist down. So then that's where you had to drag to all your everything and meals and stuff.
Yeah. It was like from 1990 all the way to 2005. I had to drag my paralyzed body up and down the sidewalks, and they would only give me a wheelchair when they was trying to make it look like I was denying the wheelchair.
Right.
But I wasn't denying the wheelchair, and they would tell my family, go away, he don't want to talk to. They would lie to my family and friends. Mm-hmm. All the other inmates try to tell the other inmates to jump on me and take my food and beat me up, attack me.
So while them telling the other inmates, did any of that happen? Were you jumped on, beat up, and attacked, or the inmates refused to do that?
Yeah, the inmates refused to do that. They told me to stay down. Don't let them provoke you.
Right. Okay. All right. Anything else you'd like to share with us, about your time locked up or incarcerated?
Yes. When I went from the Hughes unit to the French Robinson unit in Abilene back in '93, I was over there. They broke my wrist over there, and the officers tried to enter my cell. When I was in SEG, they tried to enter my cell to search my cell. And they had these dog leashes that they would attach to the handcuffs. And they would tell the Warden Fox, Major Fox would tell them to jack my hands through the slot. I was handcuffed behind my back, mm-hmm. and my hands were down on the floor. And they told them just pull on that strap until my hands pop up out the slot. Mm. They broke my wrist, and they never gave me any treatment for it. I seen the doctor for it, and he said he don't see nothing. And it was like nerve damage and everything else to it. To this day, it still needs surgery.
Okay. So that was the unit down by Abilene that you had an incident with the guards. You had an incident in Gatesville with the guards. And you were at a couple other units. Any other trouble in any other units or just those two?
No, Michael unit. And I was at the Michael unit, and they did the same thing. They had me dragging my paralyzed body up and down the sidewalks, up on the third tier, and they would tell me to stop faking, stop lying, and get up and walk, or you ain't gonna see the doctor till you stand up and go through a strip search. Mm. So I say I go to the strip search on the ground. I just strip down, and y'all take me from there and let me go to the doctor the best way I can get there. Mm. They said, no, you got to stand up before you can see the doctor.
So in other words, you said they was denying you medical treatment?
Yes.
Right. Okay, so that was on the Michael's unit. So how many units were you on?
I was on the PAC 2 unit, the Clemens unit, the Hughes unit, the Prince Robinson unit in Abilene, and then the Michael unit, and then back to the Hughes unit. Well, okay. I was forced to do my last 2 years at the Michael's unit. At the Hughes unit.
Hughes unit?
Yeah.
Okay. So it just sounded like during that time, it was a whole bunch of corruptness and a whole bunch of guards just whooping people ass. I've always heard about it.
Yeah.
Never been in, so I don't really know. But I've heard about it before and stuff like that. So, and you file reports, there's a paper trail on all this. And
Yes.
all these units where that happened, nothing happened with these guards, no type of discipline.
No type of discipline or nothing. They I filed agreements on everything that they did to me. I filed agreements about it and sent it through the process, and still nothing. To the day I was released, I still had to drag my paraplegic body out to the Sally Port, to the bus. And when I got on the bus, they didn't want me to take all my legal documents that I had with me and support my claim. And they told me I had to, everything I could fit into that bag can go with me, and anything that don't fit in the bag have to go back.
Mm.
I told them, man, I'm discharging. I said, I'm discharging. I'm no longer a prisoner. And they said, you heard what we said. You got to do what we say, or we're going to just take it all.
Mm. Okay, so they just using force and just trying to take shit, not want you to take all your documents, all your paperwork that you have, because they say that they can't, even though you're a free man now, pretty much.
Yeah. They also used excessive force on me the whole time from like 94 all the way to 2005. They used excessive force on me, trying to force me to walk, perform beyond my physical capabilities.
Right. Mm. And all these incidents, and no word from the warden. Did you write anybody outside of the prison?
Yes, I wrote the U.S. Marshals, the FBI, Governor Bush, President Bush, 14 House of Representatives, Black representatives, and I wrote to some of the news stations. I forgot which one they were.
Right.
Yeah. I wrote to some of the news stations to try to go public with what was being done to me.
So all these letters you sent out, and all these ass whoopings you taken from the guards in there, not a single reply from any of the letters that you had sent out.
Nope.
The FBI, the governors, and all that, the warden, no reply at all.
No reply.
Y'all, they tell y'all about that prison system, and it's probably still going on right today up in there. Would you think so?
Yeah, I think so, because it was 8 of us on the same unit that were paralyzed, and they had us all dragging around, talking about we was lying and faking. Then they had this blind guy on there. He was blind. He was legally blind. They told him, ain't nothing wrong with you. You can see. Get off that line.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So you're not sharing this to get any type of sympathy or nobody. You just letting them know the things that you went through in there, and as a inmate, you should have been able to do your time, because the case, which we're not getting into right now for the people that's wanting to know what it was or what happened, still you should be able to allow to do your time without having the guards beat the shit out of you.
Yes.
Right. Okay. Y'all hear what's going on right here? The Texas Department of Corrections whooping the shit out of inmates just because they can put the handcuffs on you and whoop the shit out of you.
Yeah. They when they get them handcuffs on you, they Superman.
Right.
They just do anything they want or whatever they can to you. They do it to you.
Right.
And beat you. And deny you medical attention. The doctors, I went to all the doctors. The doctors wouldn't confirm my condition. If they did, I didn't know about it. They were telling me they don't see nothing. They don't know nothing.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Well, and the doctors are probably doing that, I would just assume, because they think everybody that come to them is faking or trying to get out of something. So that's probably why that happened. I don't know. Yeah. I'm just saying. And as far as why the wardens or anyone didn't reply to your letters or case, they probably thought the same thing, without giving you the proper medical type treatment.
Yes.
Right.
They were just saying the officers, a lot of the officers, they were just making up stuff. They would just make up lies to tell to the inmates and tell the inmates to attack me and rape me and take my food and stuff from me.
So the guards are provoking the inmates to try to go on and put physical harm and hurt to you.
Yes.
But none of them ever tried to do that, I guess, because they just like, no, this brother's down on the ground dragging. We're not going to do that.
Yeah, they ain't going to get no stars for that.
Right. And what do you mean by getting stars?
No stripes for being abusive.
Oh, okay. You talking about what, the inmates?
Yes,
right.
The inmates.
Okay. All right, y'all hearing what's going on? It's happening in the Texas Department of Corrections. Handcuffed and beat on multiple occasions, having to drag his paralyzed body, said, from his cell to eat, and then you get down there and then they deny it. They deny you visitors, deny you medical treatment, written letters to to Governor Bush, President Bush, written letters to the wardens at each unit that this has happened. You've written the warden. Nothing become of it. No, nothing at all.
Nothing at all. They did nothing. The only thing they did was try to play cat and mouse with me.
Mm-hmm.
And they would let me see, they would deny me meals.
Mm-hmm.
And they would have the other officers to harass me and make lies about me.
Right.
And
so about four different units, as we were just saying, that you've been on about 5 or 6, but out of the 4 was the ones that the guards handcuffed you and beat you and broke your wrist and kicked you and all that stuff.
Yes.
Did you ever witness that happening to anybody else? The guards using force and beating the shit out of people?
Yes. The other 8 guys that were paralyzed and dragging around.
Right. All righty, y'all. There you have it. So, is there anything else you kind of like to share with anyone about anything?
Yes. Would y'all please make this go viral so I can get this justice for Edward Womack?
All right. That's about all you got to share with them?
Yes.
We talked about the Texas Department of Corrections. It was so long ago, so he can't remember all of the names. But no matter what that person's crime was, I don't think that the guards should be handcuffing them and beating the shit out of them or whatever. So if you want to go on and do it, then do it toe-to-toe, which we know they're not going to do that. So anyway, this is Paul Wizzo. Let my guest come on here and tell you what's happened with the Texas Department of Corrections. He asked for you guys to help it go viral, so share his story and share it, and then just ask the questions, why? Why none of the governors? Why did the governor didn't reply? Yeah, they probably get thousands of letters, but they hadn't seen it. The president, Bush doing. I'm not sure which Bush that was at that time. I can't remember. George Bush. Yeah. George Bush. The wardens from 4 different units. He's been handcuffed and he's been beat by the guards. Hit in the head, kicked, denied medical treatment. Anything I'm missing?
Punched in the eyes and face.
Right. And during all that time, they doing all this, did you retaliate back? Did you try to fight back or anything?
No.
Nothing. Because you were handcuffed.
Yeah.
So you didn't try to kick or do anything?
No.
All right. Well, there you have it, everyone. So just coming on here sharing with you his personal story. And hopefully you guys will share it, pass it along, and listen to his story and hopefully get to the right people so he can kind of get some justice. And maybe they can look up to see what do you call it, damn, over the guard, over the prison?
Director.
The director, to look up to see what director was over there and hold their ass accountable. Anyway, this your boy Paul Wizzo. I'll let your boy.